User interface design. So it is 18 CS 734. It's actually a professional electives. Before going to the module one, let's see course objectives. The first objective is to study the concept of menus, windows, and interfaces. So second is you're going to study about the business functions, and third is the characteristics and components of the windows, as well as the various controls you're using for the windows. And next is you are going to study the various problems in designing the windows, text, as well as graphics, and testing methods in the module 5. So now coming to the course outcome, you are going to design the user interface, design, menu creations, window creation, connections between the menus and the windows. And actually the module 1 covers the user interface definition, as well as the importance of user interface, defining what actually the user interface is, the importance of good design, and GUI definitions will be there, graphical user interface, popularity of graphical user interface, and you will be having a concept of direct manipulations, indirect manipulations, and advantages of this graphical user interface, along with the case you will be having web user interface also, and the comparison between the graphical as well as web user interfaces. And last, we'll start with the principles of user interface design. So coming to the first definition of user interface design. Actually, it is a subset of the field of study called human computer interaction, that is HCI. Already you know HCI is the study, planning, and design of how people and computer work together so that the person needs are satisfied in most effective way. That is your HCI. So user interface is the part of a computer and its software that the people can see, hear, or touch, or talk to each other, or understand. Okay, so it has mainly two components. One is input, and one is output. As usually, you know, input is how people communicate his or her needs to the system using either keyboard or mouse or any pointing devices. And output is how the system returns processing result to the user either through a display or screen or sound, any of the output media. So the best interface is the one which has the proper design with the combination of effective input as well as output mechanisms. Next, coming to the importance of the user or good design. What is actually the important? So in spite of today's rich technologies and tools, whatever we are getting, we are unable to provide a effective and usable screen because of lack of time as well as care. So well-defined interface and the screen is terribly important to our users. So it is therefore, actually it is their window to view the capability of the system, and it is also the vehicle through which the complex task can be performed. Okay, so a screen layout and the appearance, whatever it is there, so which will affect the person in variety of ways. If they are confusing as well as inefficient, and people will have greater difficulty in doing their jobs. For example, pointing devices, if it is not properly clicking the part. So, and it will make more mistakes also. So poor design may lead to the even chase some people away from the system permanently, and it can lead to frustration or increases the stress. So that's why it will be important to have a good design. Okay, so that is about importance of the good design versus the bad design. Next we will go to the benefits of good design. So the benefit of a well defined screen have also been under experimental scrutiny for many years. So one of the research, for example, attempting to improve the screen clarify or readability, which makes the scene less crowded. So the result of the screen user have been modified after some 25% less time with 25% of fewer error compared to the original screen. It is like that. So another researcher has reported that reforming inquiry screens following a good design principles reduce the decision making time by about 40%, resulting a saving of 79 person years in an affected system. So other benefits is also occur from the good systems. Training costs are lowered because training time is reduced. Support line cost is also lowered because of fewer assistance calls are necessary. And employee satisfaction also increases because of aggravation and frustration is also reduced. So another benefit of good design is ultimately that the organization's customer benefits because of the improved service time they are going to receive it. Is it fine? So identifying and resolving problems during the design and development process is there, no? So also has a significant economic benefits. So they have given one of the example. Okay, one graphic window which is redesigned be effective. So it will save around $20,000 during the first years of the use. Like that, they have given some of the predictions. So these are some of the benefits of the good designs. Coming to the GUI, what actually the meaning of GUI? Definition of the GUI. In brief, graphical user interface can be defined as follows. Okay. User interface actually recently described as a collection of techniques or mechanism to interact with something. In graphical interface, what will happen? The primary interaction mechanism is pointing device of some kind. Okay. So next we will see what actually the World Wide Web, WWW and all. This is actually the history of the case. So this is about the first introduction about the graphical user interface as well as the user interface.